rewards for everybody. So this basically becomes a network benefit, which instead of just mutual benefits now is going to be everybody joining on the fun. And this has the potential to be a much bigger drive and better incentive to get more invites and possible higher conversions as well. So having ecosystem reward is stronger incentive for people to refer using the channel you provide. So let's say you're basically inviting people in casual conversations, be like, hey, check out this product. But now you're missing out a lot of referral and your network benefits. You're leaving it off the table, right? Or leaving it on the table because all these rewards are out there. All you have to do is go online, use the referral program instead of just telling people to, hey, go sign up. So this way, if you can get people to use this referral channel instead of using native word of mouth, it'll give you better metrics and tracking, which is always beneficial. And if you're doing native word of mouth, there's many startups have been having trouble figuring out where the traffic come from, and this causes the problem of attribution of your traffic and your sources, which is a big problem that I'm not going to deal with here. And the compound incentives, the advantage of this is that it immediately you can see it's more reward than double-sided incentives for all of the participants in the ecosystem. And there's also the potential to be greeted with rewards when logging back in, thus incentivizing frequent visits if reward is attractive enough, which has the good side effect of increasing your engagement or retention. When some guy logs in and it's like, oh wait, there's a reward here for me because some guy invited earlier and he invited some other people that converted, so now I just got it for doing basically no additional labor input, and next time maybe the same thing will happen again, and this might cause people to come back and look at your program and then maybe increase your engagement rate and retention rate. And it also taps into the demographics of those people who are social connection rich, and this group will be better utilized because it will make them want to invite everybody on their list, and then it'll make everybody on their so all the social connections benefit each other too. And this is a group you want to generally tap because they will give you a good growth. And finally, we're going to talk about variable rewards. And if you haven't heard of this talk by Nir Eyal, which I'll link later below, he's basically saying variable reward is much better than just constant. Basically, you know what you're going to get is not as good as you don't know what you're going to get. And sometimes you're going to get a lot of good stuff. Sometimes, it'll surprise you. And obviously, we can clearly see the reason why, because if you have potential to get something surprising, then it's a much better incentive than just when you input X amount of labor, you get X amount of reward. Because if you have put in zero amount of labor, you can still get reward, right? That's you can clearly see why it is better. And I strongly recommend everybody check out Nir Eyal's blog about basically variable reward, and the talk is actually pretty good in terms of understanding growth and consumer behavior and user experience. There might be a little bit controversy, but we'll talk. We're not going to get into it here. I do believe if you have a great product, it's more important to get your product into the hands of people than possibly having controversial issues with their users or certain demographics of people. So making a good referral now using this system can yield you passive residual rewards for no additional labor, like I keep re-emphasizing. So the residual rewards is basically rewards that you don't need to do extra work and it will come to you anyways. And this is a strong incentive and a strong selling point, I would say, to get people to work harder in getting more referrals out and then try to convert better. So after we talk about these first two things, we're going to talk about time interval as main currency and all you can eat. So as you can see, this is the graph we had earlier, or the picture. And these two highlighted sections are going to entail your usage chart and available credit. So as you can see, the available credit section is total time credit available is 2 months and 7 days. And the usage chart is the X horizontal is time. The Y vertical is your usage. So you can see that these two sections are going to be indicative of how we're going to use credits. So what is time interval or time credits? The time interval as a reward is basically tokens for unlimited spending in units of hours, days, or month, which will be awarded depending upon the actions converted for referral program providers' business logic. So think of each token. Let's say I give you a token for a month usage of our program or our product, and unlimited spending just basically means that you can use however much you want for this given period. And we'll explore more in detail later. But as far as these rewards will be dished out based upon actions converted for the provider's business logic. So you have these business logics, like let's say you want to increase open rate. So when a person you refer opens the invitation you sent, you give them a reward. Let's say 2 hours, or maybe more than that. But if you want to increase your landing rate, then you reward someone when they refer a person that clicks on the link in the referral invitation. And the next action is when the cohort of people you refer converts at 5% or more. And this is the business logic of trying to get people to convert at a high quality. So how do you do this? How do you get to the number of 5% or this benchmark, or try to get people to convert higher rate? You basically tell them that write longer detailed reasons why you think is best fit for the people you're trying to refer, and never spam people, and that will lower this 5% rate, which is no good. And when people do hit this 5% benchmark, you want to give them like a good incentive, like a month of free time or whatever. Obviously the 5% can be interchangeable to whatever you deem is fit for the reward, but essentially you can try to get people to actually convert at a higher rate. It's not something that you just have to accept anymore. It's just something you can attempt to influence. And when a person you refer signs up for the service, obviously you want to increase conversion rate. That's why you give this reward to this action. And when a person you refer successfully implement the service, this is for the business logic of trying to increase your onboarding success rate. So you're trying to figure out your onboarding experience, whether or not you can tweak it or optimize it. And once you do optimize it, you want to still increase it further, right? So you want to make sure the people that are referring others, let them know that fits well, and then perhaps they can even tell their friends a little bit about the onboarding process, like what you need to do. You go on this site, you sign up, you take a picture or whatever, so they can actually have a stake in the onboarding process as well. And this is someone who is trusted by the new user to help you increase your onboarding success rate. So it's going to increase. Definitely, I believe it's going to increase the success rate, and ultimately increasing success in onboarding. You're aiming at the goal of better retention, right? It's like Facebook found out that if you get 10 friends in 14 days, you have better chance of becoming a permanent user. So permanent user means better retention. So this is the same thing. If you have a user when a user refers a new user, this user could tell them, hey, once you sign up, add me, add this, add that, add something else. Because then once they do actually do that and then it worked out, you can track the result and then give them additional incentives. And next, when a person you refer to has signed up for the service but have yet to successfully link peripheral APIs. So what you want to do here is that you're trying to increase user experience satisfaction rate, right? If you use your service, like, that'll make it better if you use a different API. Like your service could save, or if your service could actually save X amount of server costs if your user, for example, stores their stuff in Dropbox instead of storing it on your website that you host. And that is something you can incentivize your user to do with this action and the flexible reward. And next, when a person you refer opens up the invite prompt, and when a person you refer starts selecting people to refer, so you basically try to keep the chain going. You basically want to get them, when they come in, they sign up and they refer, and then the new guys sign up. You want to get them keep inviting this way to build momentum, and then you want to get them to start referring new people as early as possible, and then this gets the chain going, gets the momentum going. It'll break the apathy inertia where I'll do it later or I'll do whatever. And you want to incentivize this action within a certain time frame, and this will help you achieve critical mass fast, which will, for most startups with network effect, you really desperately need to do. And when a person you refer has been active for X amount of period, this is obviously for retention and engagement. Let's say you have social network, you're incentivizing people and their friends haven't been active, but if this person talks to their friend to come back on, come check it out again, then you give them a reward. This will increase your retention rate and perhaps engagement rate. Maybe the person who hasn't been active comes back and finds something, adds new people to their list, find something interesting, and then they become a permanent user or something like that. Then it's a good way to increase those two metrics of engagement and retention. And it also serves as a way for users to think before they invite. Like, if I'm inviting a bunch of people and I see this incentive out there, maybe it'll get into my head that I will think, who among my friends is more likely to use this often, right? If am I going to invite Tom or Jerry? Tom, someone who not very social, but Jerry was a guy who always has his own idea, who likes to everybody makes it known, right? Makes him think a bit, so that this way you have higher quality referrals